The federal government has promised to improve trade and bilateral ties with Belgium. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey, Onyeama, made this known in Abuja as he received a trade delegation from the European country. Onyeama says there is potential for huge returns on investment in Nigeria and Africa, which makes the country an attractive destination for foreign investors.
The areas in which a lot of you are focused on, the real priority areas for us too. Health, primary health care is exceedingly important. Ports is absolutely key. We have a lot of challenges, with the ports, and we're working with customs and others to just make it a bit easier. But we're delighted that you are all investing in these areas, and I think you're absolutely right. Nigeria should be a hub for many reasons. First of all, the market. As you say, over 200 million people, and a large percentage of those are young people. So really the potential and the growth possibility is really there. By 2050, it's projected that Nigeria will be the third most populous country in the world after China and India. It's quite, scary. It could be, a benefit, but it could also, if we don't manage it well, could become a burden. And then also, as you say, geographically fairly central in Africa. And there are a number of developments taking place, such as the African Continental Free Trade Area, where we're really trying to promote a single market for Africa, and reckoned to be the largest free trade area in the world, and is just about to start. So getting a foot in Nigeria can also, with such a big market, you secure the Nigerian market and then use that as a platform for the other African countries. We have to continue to work hard to make it easy for you to invest in Nigeria, to work in Nigeria. And what a lot of companies, I think, around the world also don't know is that in terms of returns on investment, Africa is a lot more attractive than most countries, most areas in the world. Asia, Europe, the margins are much less in those parts of the world, but in Africa, the returns can be extremely attractive. So, and also for us, we have excellent, relations with Belgium, and of course with the center of the European Union. Also in your country.
After more than 2 years in Nigeria, I can assure that there is a real potential for a dynamization of our bilateral relations in the economic and trade fields. For sure, there is a real complementarity between our both countries, especially in the agribusiness, in the health sector, infrastructure, port facilities, oil and gas. And I am sure that this visit, which is not the first one, but is the first one under my presence in Nigeria, it is not the last on the count.
The delegation you saw today, or that met the Honorable Minister, come from a diverse companies from diverse fields. You have those in construction, you have health, you have energy, you have in construction, you have in services, and they have looked at the demographics. They know the opportunities are there in Nigeria, and they know also that in the next maybe 20 years or so, that Nigeria is going to be the frontier. Nigeria is actually the frontier, and then they know the potentials that we have here in the country. And they also see that challenges are actually opportunities for investment. Like sometimes if you don't have power, for instance, that's an opportunity for a company that's into power in the sector to come and invest. So actually they see the potentials. I've met some of them, and in discussions with them, they see what sometimes we don't see in our own country. And that's a good thing. So I'm happy they are here. There are about 36 companies, which is a fairly good figure, number. And some of them went straight to Lagos because they have B2Bs to do in Lagos. Then those who are going to collaborate with government ministries are the ones that you've seen here. We've been talking to those who are into renewables, and most of them, yes, are interested. We have companies that are into waste, from waste to energy, which will actually be beneficial to the economy, because at the same time, while you're addressing environment issues or challenges, you are at the same time also trying to address also the major challenges that businesses have in Nigeria. We want to sustain the trend, which actually has some benefits for Nigeria as a country.